Namaste and a very good evening to all of you. I welcome you to my channel, The Outlier. My name is Mithun. In today's video, we will be exploring 3 important questions for a SPSS user. If you're a SPSS user, this video will be relevant and very useful to you. The first question that I'll be exploring is to check what is the expiry date of SPSS in your local machine. I repeat, what is the expiry date of the SPSS software that is loaded in your local machine? Secondly, which all modules of SPSS are present in your system? Thirdly, which version of SPSS are you using? These are the 3 questions that I'll be exploring in today's video. Even before I proceed to demonstrate how you can find answers for each of these 3 questions, may I request you to subscribe to my channel, also like and share my videos. If you're a typical SPSS user who have been using SPSS for some time, you'll always have this question at the back of your mind as to which version of SPSS am I using currently. In the market, the latest version of SPSS is SPSS 29.0 when this video is being made. Secondly, as a researcher, not all the modules will be installed in the SPSS software that is present in your college or research institute. Why so? Simply because your institute or organization might not have purchased all the modules. There are close to 14 modules of SPSS. Many times the institutes purchase 3 or 4 modules, so the rest of the options might not be available in the system. Thirdly, what is the expiry date of SPSS in your local machine? Will the SPSS software expire in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years? When exactly will SPSS expire? Now, to answer all of these questions, we don't need to do too many things. Interestingly, there is a very simple command in SPSS which can be used, which will answer all these 3 questions for you. What is this command? How do we use this command? That is the theme of today's video. As you can see here, currently I'm working on the data view of SPSS. What you need to do is go to the File menu. The moment you click on the File menu bar option, SPSS displays all the features that are present in this particular menu. I will go to the very first option, which is called as New. As I hover the mouse on this particular item, what you see is SPSS displays 4 options that are present in the New button. The first being Data. You can ignore the option Data. You can choose what is called as Syntax. Many times, people overlook this particular feature. This is a very powerful as well as effective option to solve many complicated problems in SPSS. I'll repeat the steps for you. Please go to the File menu. In the File menu, the very first option is New. Within New, you have to choose the second option, namely Syntax. Let me click on this particular option, Syntax. What this does is it takes you to a new window. At the top left-hand side, you can see this says Syntax. So this is the IBM SPSS Statistics Syntax window. You can see here, this is like Notepad. It's a blank sheet. Here, we will have to type a very simple command so that SPSS gives you which version are you currently using. Not just the version, all the modules that your organization has procured and what is the expiry date of SPSS in your local machine, can also be understood through this command. Let's begin by typing the word show here. You can see here SPSS prompts by giving all the options that start with the letter S. I'll choose the very first option, namely show. Currently, it is in red because SPSS finds the information that you have supplied inadequate. SPSS is not able to understand what exactly it needs to do. Here, the second word that you need to type is license. You can see here, show license. This is the command that we will be using. If you merely type these two words, show license and execute, you will get an error. What you need to do is, and people usually forget this simple option, you have to put a full stop here. The moment you put a full stop here, you can see here, the word show, which is a keyword, turns blue. To illustrate this again, let me just remove the full stop. You can see here, when you do not have a full stop, show is highlighted in red. This command is incomplete. To complete this line of command, put a full stop. So this command, show license, is very, very useful to display all the important components that are loaded in SPSS. Once you do this, please select this particular line. You can see a big, friendly green color button. You can see here, this is used to run the selected command. I repeat, once you select the line that you want to execute, you can go ahead and execute this particular command. That is run selection. Let me click on this particular button. You can see here, now SPSS is taking me to what is called as the output window. At the top left-hand side corner, the name of the window is displayed. This is called as the output window. Now, what do you see here? At the column, you have four important headings. The first one is components, which talks about all the modules that are present in the SPSS that you have loaded. The second one is the expiry date of SPSS. The third item here is maximum number of users. And the last option here is maximum release number. So these are the four options that SPSS displays. Let's look at the first option, component. As you know, SPSS has a modular structure, which means based on your requirement at the time of purchase, your institute or organization would have purchased specific options. In different versions, you have different modules. Sometimes you have 12 modules. Sometimes you have base plus 12 modules. Sometimes you may have base plus 14 modules. In the current version of SPSS that I'm using, you can look at the list of components that are loaded in my machine. You can see here, IBM SPSS statistics. Then you have SPSS regression module, which is present in my software. Thirdly, you have advanced statistics. When we speak about advanced statistics, this allows you to do two-way ANOVA, MANOVA, repeated measures, so on and so forth. Then you have tables. Here we are talking about custom tables and such things. Then trends. This allows me to perform trend analysis. SPSS categories, typically used in market research. You have a lot of techniques like MDS or multidimensional scaling here, correspondence analysis. Then you have exact tests for small samples. Further, you can have missing values. Then you have conjoint analysis, which was a very popular technique 15 or 20 years back in market research organizations. Then you have custom tables, which is extensively used in the government sector to build tables. Further, you have complex samples. Not many people use this, but just in case you have a really, really large data set and you wish to extract samples from this data set, you can devise a plan which will allow you to find out estimates of specific statistics. Further, you have decision tree, which is a nonlinear approach towards modeling. You can do shade analysis, CART, C5.0, Quest using the decision tree method. Then you have data preparation. This is another module. Next, you have SPSS forecasting module. This has a lot of interesting features like ARIMA, exponential smoothing, Holt's model, Winters additive model, Winters multiplicative model. All these time series data can be analyzed using SPSS forecasting. Next, what do you have? Then you have what is called as IBM SPSS Statistics Adapter. Let me scroll down. You have SPSS Statistics Adapter. Further, you have what is called as IBM SPSS Neural Network. Neural Network is an option which SPSS introduced in SPSS 16.0. Way back in 2018, SPSS brought in this feature of neural network. This works like a black box, and there are very, very interesting nonlinear models that you can go ahead and build using the neural network option here. Then you have what is called as direct marketing. This allows you, this is an absolute must if you're in the field of marketing, because you can generate profiles, you can target customers based on their postal code. I have not seen too many softwares which has the rich features that SPSS has, particularly for marketing specialists. Then you have SPSS bootstrapping. And last but not the least, you have IBM SPSS Statistics Base. So the way it works is on top of the base model, which is the basic module, on top of the base module, you have all these features of SPSS, all these modules of SPSS. You can go ahead and try the command that I just now showed, show license, and you can see for yourself which all features are present in SPSS that you have installed. So the first column here gives you the list of modules that are loaded in your system. Let's now talk about the second column here. You can see here the column heading is expiry date. Usually SPSS comes in with a promise of perpetual license. You can see here the expiry date of SPSS is 31st December 2035. I repeat, it is 31st December 2035. And against each and every component, it has listed out when is the expiry date for a particular module. This is useful. The next question is maximum number of users. SPSS comes in different flavors. Sometimes it could be installed in the desktop for a single user. Sometimes it could be put on a server. Sometimes for academic institutes particularly, depending upon what you have procured, SPSS gives a license of maximum number of users, which means that if you procure a license for 20 people, only 20 people can use SPSS, not more than that. Here, the maximum number of users option is not relevant here, and therefore it says NA. If you're particularly working for academics, SPSS will show the number of users who are licensed, who are authorized to use the SPSS software that is installed in your machine. Last but not the least, this option talks about the version of SPSS that is present. Sometimes people use older versions of SPSS like 13.0 or 14.0. You might always have this question as to when do I upgrade SPSS? Many SPSS customers who are using a lower version of SPSS might want to upgrade to a higher version. But how do you know which version of SPSS are you using and which version do you want to upgrade to? So the last column has the answer for your question. Here, it displays the version that you're working on. Currently, SPSS that you're working on is 25.0. You can obviously upgrade it to 26 or 27 or 28. In my system, it is 25. In your system, it could be something else. So with this, I have come to the end of today's video. In today's video, we've seen a very powerful command in SPSS, that is show license. What show license does, to summarize, is that it displays the module name, the expiry date, the maximum number of users, and the maximum release number. With this, I have come to the end of today's video. I request you to subscribe to my channel, also like and share my videos. Thank you very much for watching this particular video. Have a great day ahead.